Halo semuanya, Om Swastiastu. Perkenalkan, nama saya M.Pd Perdana Skolastika. Saya merupakan dosen di program studi Sastra Inggris Fakultas Bahasa Asing Universitas Mahasaraswati Denpasar. Pada kesempatan kali ini, saya ingin menyampaikan kenalan untuk salah satu mata kuliah, yaitu Teaching English as a Foreign Language, atau biasa disingkat dengan TEFL. Mata kuliah ini memiliki bobot 2 SKS dan disajikan pada semester 7. Mata kuliah ini dirancang untuk membekali mahasiswa dengan pemahaman teoritis sekaligus keterampilan praktis dalam merancang dan mengelola pembelajaran bahasa Inggris sebagai bahasa asing. Jadi melalui mata kuliah ini, mahasiswa diharapkan tidak hanya menguasai teori, tetapi juga mampu dalam beberapa hal. Yang pertama, cara sikap dan karakter, menunjukkan sikap profesional dan etis, serta mengintegrasikan nilai-nilai dalam pengajaran bahasa Inggris. Yang kedua, dari segi pengetahuan teoritis, mahasiswa diharapkan mampu menguasai konsep dasar, pendekatan pengajaran, serta teori pemerolehan bahasa kedua atau Second Language Acquisition atau SLA. Yang ketiga, terkait dengan keterampilan praktis. Mahasiswa diharapkan mampu merancang lesson plan atau RPP atau RPS untuk 4 keterampilan berbahasa, yaitu listening, speaking, reading, dan writing. Serta tata bahasa tentunya, grammar, dalam dan kosakata, serta disajikan secara kontekstual dan komunikatif. Yang keempat, terkait dengan inovasi dan assessment. Mahasiswa diharapkan menyusun instrumen assessment yang valid dan reliable, serta mengintegrasikan teknologi media digital atau Computer Assisted Language Learning atau CALL secara efektif dan bertanggung jawab. Perkuliahan ini akan dilaksanakan selama 16 kali pertemuan, termasuk evaluasi tengah semester atau UTS di minggu ke-8 dan evaluasi akhir semester atau UAS di minggu ke-16. Selama satu semester ini, mahasiswa akan mempelajari 9 pokok bahasan utama yang tersusun secara sistematis. Yang pertama, konsep dasar TEFL atau EFL, terkait dengan perkembangan pendekatan pengajaran bahasa Inggris. Yang kedua, teori pemerolehan bahasa kedua atau SLA, dan implikasinya di kelas EFL. Yang ketiga, pendekatan dan metode kontemporer, seperti Communicative Language Teaching atau Task-Based Language Teaching atau TBLT, Presentation Practice Production atau TPP, dan Photo Physical Response atau TPR. Yang keempat, analisis kebutuhan atau need analysis dan karakteristik peserta didik EFL. Yang kelima, perancangan pembelajaran keterampilan reseptif atau listening dan reading. Yang keenam, perancangan pembelajaran keterampilan produktif atau speaking dan writing. Yang ketujuh, pengajaran grammar atau vocabulary secara kontekstual. Yang kedelapan, prinsip assessment dan evaluasi pembelajaran bahasa Inggris. Dan yang kesembilan, pemanfaatan teknologi CALL atau CALL dan media digital dalam pembelajaran EFL. Berikutnya, proses perkuliahan ini saya sajikan dalam komponen utama, yaitu delivery, interaction, and assessment. Jadi dalam delivery itu, yang pertama terkait dengan metode pembelajaran. Jadi kami mengkombinasikan berbagai pendekatan aktif seperti small group discussion, ada case-based learning, menyajikan kasus, ada discovery learning, hingga PGBL atau project-based learning. Mahasiswa tidak hanya mendengarkan ceramah dalam kelas, tetapi juga langsung mempraktikkan rancangan lesson plan, membuat rubrik, hingga peer teaching atau simulasi mengajar. Moda pembelajaran yang digunakan dilaksanakan dengan blended learning. Jadi menggabungkan tatap muka langsung di kelas dengan pembelajaran berbasis teknologi, memanfaatkan Zoom atau Learning Management System atau LMS. LMS ini digunakan untuk mendistribusikan bahan ajar sebelum mata kuliah dimulai, sehingga mahasiswa memiliki kesempatan untuk membaca, mencermati, kemudian ada penugasan dan diskusi asinkronus. Terkait sumber belajar dan referensi, kami menggunakan rujukan utama taraf internasional, di antaranya buku karya Jeremy Harmer, The Practice of English Language Teaching. Ada juga bukunya Brown, terkait Principles of Language Learning and Teaching. Ada juga bukunya Richards and Rogers terkait dengan pendekatan atau approach and method in language teaching. Dan saya juga mendorong mahasiswa untuk mengeksplorasi jurnal-jurnal ilmiah mutakhir di EFL atau English as Foreign Language. Bagaimana interaksi dibangun selama perkuliahan? Nah, mungkin ini terkait dengan beberapa hal. Satu, interaksi multi-arah. Jadi saya menempatkan model interaksi yang fleksibel dan komunikatif. Tidak hanya dari dosen ke mahasiswa atau wakil, tetapi juga diskusi antar mahasiswa melalui kerja kelompok, analisis kasus, atau peer feedback. Kemudian kanal komunikasi ini, ada kanal komunikasi di mana selain berinteraksi langsung saat tatap muka di kelas, kami memakai fitur forum diskusi serta grup komunikasi seperti WhatsApp atau Telegram untuk koordinasi teknis perkuliahan. Saya memberikan ruang dan fleksibilitas bagi mahasiswa untuk berkonsultasi, baik secara langsung maupun melalui Zoom, mata kuliah yang saya ajarkan. Dalam perkuliahan misalnya, kendala penugasan lesson plan atau simulasi mengajar jika mereka memiliki permasalahan. Jadi tujuannya guna memastikan proses belajar berjalan optimal dan suportif, sehingga mereka perlu difasilitasi ketika bingung. Lalu pertanyaannya, bagaimana capaian belajar ini diukur dan dinilai? Jadi sistem penilaian yang dilakukan secara transparan berbasis penilaian acuan patokan PAP dengan kriteria yang terukur menggunakan rubrik analitik dan holistik. Penilaian kumulatif 100% diambil dari 9 belasan terstruktur yang tersebar sepanjang semester dengan rincian bobot sebagai berikut. 1, ada tugas pertama yaitu 10% ringkasan perbandingan pendekatan pengajaran bahasa. Yang kedua, ada tugas juga dengan bobot 10% terkait dengan peta konsep dan teori second language acquisition. Yang ketiga, tugas ketiga bobotnya 15%. Ini mencakup simulasi skenario pembelajaran berbasis metode EFL atau peer teaching. Yang keempat, tugas keempat yaitu 10%, di mana ini akan menilai laporan analisis kebutuhan atau need analysis peserta didik. Tugas kelima berbobot 15%, yaitu menyusun lesson plan atau keterampilan reseptif. Jadi ada dua, ada listening dan reading. Tugas keenam 15%, penyusunan lesson plan keterampilan produktif. Jadi ada speaking dan juga writing dan presentasi mikro. Tugas ketujuh ada 10%, bobot 10% dengan kegiatan merancang aktivitas grammar dan vocabulary konseptual. Tugas ke-8, bobotnya 10%, yaitu menyusun rubrik instrumen assessment bahasa. Dan tugas ke-9, 5% didemonstrasi kan dengan pemanfaatan media digital atau CALL atau call. Jadi seluruh bentuk tugas di rubrik penilaian dan tengah waktu telah disepakati dan dituangkan secara rinci dalam dokumen kontrak perkuliahan dan RTS di awal semester. Biasanya di pertemuan pokok. Jadi kami sharing dokumen sehingga bisa dibaca, disepakati, sehingga pada saat kuliah dimulai tidak terlalu memakan banyak waktu. Jadi mahasiswa dapat memetakan target pencapaian nilai secara sadar sejak awal. Nah, kira-kira demikian gambaran secara umum yang bisa saya sampaikan terkait dengan mata kuliah Teaching English as Foreign Language. Berikutnya, mari kita saksikan cuplikan proses pembelajaran TEFL dalam format Zoom. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day one of our teaching English as a foreign language course. It is so wonderful to see you all, your familiar faces again this semester. Before we even share screen or talk about our syllabus, I'd love to pause and check in with you all. I want to know how you're feeling today, and as we gonna kick off this semester together. So, anybody?
Honestly, sir, I was so excited when I saw your name on the course schedule. Having you as our lecturers again made me feel like really confident about the semester. Your classes are always something we genuinely look forward to.
Oh, thank you so much, Rizka. Hearing that truly warms my heart. It is genuinely a delight for me to teach you all again this semester, everybody. So your positive energy, in my point of view, and your enthusiasm mean a lot to me. I'm so excited for what we're gonna go and accomplish this semester. So please, we all going to see all the enthusiasms, and we will kick off this very soon. Okay. Before we dive in, can I get a quick thumbs up emoji or Zoom? Before we dive in, can I get a quick thumbs up through Zoom? If the audio and video are clear on your end.
Things loud and clear, sir.
So, to keep everything transparent and stress-free, let's briefly go over a grading breakdown and mechanism for this course. I'm sharing my screen now. Let me take some seconds. Okay, so does anybody want to say something? Do you guys want to share how you feel today, everybody? Anybody?
I feel so excited, sir.
All right, thank you, Liska, as always. Um, so let's take a look at our assessment components. Here you go. So here you can see participations um, needed for 30%, measured through your active involvement in our live discussions. So we also need project for 20%, and quizzes is 10%, midterm exam 20%, and final exams 20%. So does anyone have questions regarding the evaluation mechanisms? Everything is clear? I know.
Yes, it's clear.
Thank you so much. Great. Let's move on. Okay. To understand TEFL, our main learning outcome today is to accurately explain fundamental, okay, to accurately explain the fundamental differences between English as a foreign language and English as a second language. So let's look at how the academic literature explains this. So traditionally, scholars like on 2007 define this distinction based on geographical and cultural context. And Brown stated that ESL occurs when English is taught within a culture where English is already the primary language of the society, such as US, UK, Australia. On the other hand, EFL occurs in countries where English is not the native language and has no immediate local applications, like Japan and or Indonesia. To expand this uh, globally, we must look at this one. Braj Kachru's 1992 Family Tree Concentric Circle of English. So Kachru's categorizes ESL as the other circle. Countries like Singapore, India, or Malaysia, where English holds an official, administrative, or institutional roles. But meanwhile, EFL belongs to the expanding circle. So countries like Indonesia, where English is learned as an international language for foreign communications, but not used in daily domestic transactions. So now let's bring this to a modern context perspective. Okay, here you go. I want us to look at the recent article published in EFL. We call it Reflection Journal, Volume 33, which is published on year 2026. I shared it with you already, right? The title was Re-Evaluating the EFL ESL Dichotomy. So here the authors argue that in 2026, the strict boundaries of between EFL and ESL is not just about geographical border anymore. It's something else. So it's about, we call it exposure sufficiency. The journal highlights due to digital media, global gaming, and social platform, a student living in an FL country could, like Indonesia, might actually be immersed in high levels of Delhi. Let me check in with Tirta to confirm this concept. Tirta, based on this 2026 research, if an Indonesian student spends 8 hours of a day interacting in English on digital platform, does the traditional EFL label fully capture their learning situation?
Okay, sir, not entirely sure, based on the 2026 article, the students have had exposure sufficiency. So while their physical environment is EFL, their digital ecosystem operates almost like an EFL context.
Brilliant, Tirsa. You nail it. Is everyone following this theoretical evolution so far? Intan, US, all good?
Yes, sir. Clear so far. Sir, clear so far.
Excellent. So now we have discussed and established the theoretical framework from Brown, okay, and Kachuruz. And we also discussed the 2026 Reflection Journal. It's an international journal. So, and we need to apply it to real world teaching scenarios. So I'm going to give you scenarios, two scenarios. The first one is scenario A. So Rian lives in Bandung. He only speaks English during his 45-minute school lesson twice a week. Outside of class, he receives zero English exposure. That's Rian. The second one is Arjun. Scenario B. Arjun lives in New Delhi. He uses English at school to buy groceries at the local market and watches news and movies using in English daily. I want you to analyze this together as a group, okay? You will analyze this as a group right here in the main room. And Intan, let's with you using the 2026 exposure sufficient framework. Okay. How would you describe Ryan's situations? Once again, how would you describe Ryan's situation in Bandung? And what does it mean for English teacher?
So, okay. In my opinion, sir, Rian represents a clear case of low foster sufficiency because his surrounding environment provides zero English input, and his teachers in Bandung face a huge responsibility. The teacher must become the primary provider of language input and essentially construct a mini ESL environment inside the classroom.
Just a very short pedagogical insight, Intan. Thank you. It's in an English as a foreign language setting with low exposure. The teacher is often the only source of authentic input. We call it authentic input. Now, Gina, let's look at Arjun's scenario in scenario B. How do you think his instructional needs differ from Ria?
So Arjun has high exposure sufficiency, sir. Uh, Fitting catches order circle model. Science Arjun already acquires natural vocabulary and speaking practice in his daily life. His teacher does not need to spend as much time providing basic input. Instead, the teacher should focus on formalizing his grammar, academic, writing, and sociolinguistic appropriateness.
Very good analysis, Gila, and Intan. So you have successfully connected classic sociolinguistic theories with modern instructional needs. Okay. So this level of critical thinking is what we need in the future. Okay, so time really flies when we are having an engaging discussions. We are at the final 3 minutes of our discussion. Before we conclude, I'd love to hear a brief verbal reflection from the class. Who would like to unmute your microphone and share one key takeaways from today's discussion? Anyone?
Uh, for me, sir, the biggest takeaway is the shift from viewing evil or isol merely as geographical location to viewing them through the lens of exposure, uh, sufficiency as highlighted in the 2026 journal.
Oh, who else?
I want to add to that, sir. Understanding this differ help us realize that as a future EFL teacher in Indonesia, our main job is to create rich language input because our students don't get it naturally outside. I think that's all.
I see.
Okay, for me, and we also learn that as our learners need more refinement of format skills, whereas CFL learners need more opportunities for basic exposure and practice.
Oh, thank you. That's great.
It also shows how digital technology can bridge the gap for Indonesian students to build their own immersive learning spaces.
Okay. So I think that was really fantastic reflection, everybody. I understand that risk and Intan, you nailed it. You understand everything. So I think articulated really well. The core of learning outcome of the lessons. I think it was a very deep reflection. I'm very impressed with your performance today. And don't forget for you to fill in your reflection today, as it is really important. for us to do journaling, and we can see how it goes after one semesters. So reminders for you before you leave the Zoom room. Once again, take a look at your WhatsApp group, and for the reflection again, Google form is there. Fill it out once again. And next week we will explore English teaching methods in an EFL context. Okay, so please review the reading material I sent to the group, and thank you so much for your high energy and support and collaborative learning of the day. So lang ya. So next week we'll explore English teaching method in an EFL context. Please review the reading materials I sent to the groups. Thank you so much for your high energy and your participation. I really want to see you again next week and have a wonderful week ahead. Stay healthy and see you all next week again. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a great week.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a great week.
You too. Bye-bye.